Hello everybody, I'm back, and today I'm gonna show you how to do your makeup so that you can take a good picture. If you're new here, welcome to the Nail Coven. On Mondays, we play with makeup, even though it's a nail channel. Today, I thought I would show you the way that I do my makeup for the camera. If you are going to be taking pictures or a video of some kind, this will be helpful for how to do your makeup for that. The way we do our makeup for the camera is a little different than you would just do for normal every day. That's why there are professional makeup artists that work in the film industry. It can make people look very different or just highlight your already beautiful features. Let's get started. I'm going to go into the past and start with a clean face. So I have cleansed, toned, and moisturized. My moisturizer has been sitting for about 20 minutes, so my skin is ready to receive the makeup. First thing I'm going to do is prime. I'm not gonna show you, everything I'm using simply because it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever product you like. Forgot my concealer. So I'm gonna use a foundation brush. I'm going to put it under my eyes and down around the corners of my nose, down the side of my lip to the chin, up into my forehead, and now I'm going to take my liquid foundation and do one pump in the back of my hand. I'm going to take a makeup sponge and I'm going to start in the middle of my face and work up and down, and then we'll get more and we'll do one side, more, do the other side. And that's just because it's usually the middle of our face. We need the concentration of the foundation to cover and create an even skin tone. So I'm just going to bounce this all over, up to my forehead, down my lip, onto my chin, corners of the nose, to the hairline. I'll even take the point and kind of get in my nose, because the camera picks it all up. There's evidence. Film is forever, darling. So you gotta get it right the first time. Get another pump. I'm going to start in this part of the cheek because this is where I get a lot of redness and I need more coverage. I need to even out the skin tone more here. And this is also where you will blend the concealer into the foundation. Whew, your shoulder gets tired. And then don't forget to blend it down your jawline, down your neck, into your ear, so you don't get a mask look. Remember in high school? Okay, so I've done the middle and one side. I'm gonna do the other side. So I need another pump. So 3 pumps altogether. And I know you're like, wow, that's a lot of makeup. This is an on-camera look, so the rules are a little different. The camera, when it comes to makeup, needs a little help. So you really gotta cake it on. I'm gonna use the last little bit on my forehead. Alrighty, now I've got something else. Okay, going to contour now, and I am going to use my foundation brush, and I am using a cream contour palette, and I'm using the lightest shade. Draw it on in the somewhat the area that I want it. And then down my nose. Actually start here and then go up here, because I want the concentration of color to be in this area, because this is where I have the more bulbousy shape. I want it to look smaller here. And then I'll work it up to the bridge. And then down my jaw. And then I don't do a whole lot around my brow. I don't know, I don't worry too much about that area of my face. I don't know, doesn't bother me. I don't need it to look smaller, but to give it more of a uniform shape, I will just put a teeny tiny bit. Now I'm gonna go back with my beauty sponge, what is this? Makeup sponge, and blend it all together. Okay, I forgot so many things. I am so unprepared. Forgot my hand mirror. Now we need to set our concealer. I'm going to use a translucent powder. This is a compact powder, but you can use loose powder as well. Just whatever you like to work with. And I'm going to take the opposite side of my sponge, and I'm really gonna load it on there. Really load it on, and I'm going to set underneath my eyes. That's the most important part here, is the eyes. A little around my nose and mouth, where I get shiny. My chin. Forehead. Underneath that contour. know, you're like, wow, Leah, that is a lot of powder. And it kind of is, but you'll see, it'll be okay. We have to leave that there to set for a few minutes, so we might as well work on another part of our face. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm not gonna go too in depth on doing eyebrows because I have a whole video on how I do my eyebrows. I will link it below, and I'll probably link it at the end of the video where that little card YouTube thingy comes up. Okay, I messed up a little right here, so I'm just gonna take some concealer and cover that up and just blend it out. And then I'm going to take a brow pen and draw on a few little lines here because I have no brows. That I will do the same way every time pretty much. Now I'm going to get into the area where you can be a little more creative and pick what you do based on your mood and how you feel. But first, before that, we are going to prime our eyelids. For our shadow, this just makes a really nice base to work on, makes our shadows look brighter. It'll also keep some of our very bright shadows from staining our eyelids, and I am going to be working with one that is very bright. So, a little there, a little there. And I'm going to take a tiny little makeup sponge and blend that out. Lately, I have been very much into very bright eyeshadow, and I have been using this neon pink eyeshadow from Makeup Forever for a while. I really just like it, and I like the way it makes my eyes pop. I think actually technically it's a blush, but hey, I mean, powders are powders, creams are creams. Like, if they work on one part of your face, they're probably going to work on another part of your face. Makeup should be fun, so don't take it too seriously. Play with your stuff, play with your toys. I mean, let's have fun here. It's not that serious. I am going to take, what kind of brush am I going to take? This just kind of little flat brush. And I'm going to just get quite a bit on there. Tap a little off, kind of tap it on the lid here. Another good thing about the primer is it keeps it in place. It won't fall down here and ruin the work you just did. I'm going to move up into the crease and pat it on there. I'm going to put a little bit along my lower lash. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush on a little, just a dry washcloth that I have. And I'm going to blend out the edges. Okay. Same on the other side. I'm going to take a very light, kind of sparkly lilac color, and I'm gonna get a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out the edges even more and make it look a little more blended. And using little circular motions, you'll usually get a better blend out of it. See the difference? And now, to make it blend even more, I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush and make the same little motions all over. Now, it's probably a good time to wipe away the excess translucent powder. Gonna take a clean, fluffy brush and just wipe away in those areas. Now we need some eyeliner, and I'm going to use a liquid liner. And I'm going to use the liquid liner because the lashes I'm going to use have quite a thick band on it, and so I want to be able to hide that band better. And I pretty much always do a winged liner. I've been doing the winged eyeliner look since I was probably 15 years old. So that's 22 years. Is that right? 22. I don't know. But long time. Alrighty, and I'm going to put some mascara on. To get as much coated on there as possible, I will, as I'm lifting up, I will wiggle back and forth and turn. So like this. Right? Does that make sense? Can you see what I'm doing there? And that just really gets it coated on there and also separates the lashes. Then after I've done that, I will lightly tap it on the edge of the lash right towards the end, and that just lengthens it slightly. Okay, and now the bottom. And on the bottoms, I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And now it's time for the lashes. I, depending on my mood, do my lashes differently, but this way I'm going to show you is how I do them most of the time. I don't spend a lot of money on my lashes because, well, one, I can't. And the other is I don't like to reuse lashes. Something about it grosses me out. I can't always get all the glue off. So I don't want to put on lashes again that might have old glue and trapped bacteria and end up with an infection in my eye. So instead, I buy very inexpensive lashes. I got these at the dollar store, and then I will toss them after one use. On top of that, if you want to get even more frugal, I have very small eyes. So usually the band is way too big or long for me. And if I try to put this whole lash on my eye, it's gonna stab me right here all day long, and my eye will water and the glue will lift off and I will just look like a mess. Instead, this is what I do. Open up the package. The glue that it comes with, I throw away. The glue is it can irritate my eye. Inexpensive glue can sometimes be very irritating for me. So the ones that it comes with, garbage. I will take one lash off of the package and then just gently pulling off the lash so that it separates from the manufacturer's glue that keeps it onto this, which is also yucky. I don't want that near my eye. You can see the manufacturer's glue is still kind of on there. That kind of blue purpley color on the plastic. I don't know if you can see that. That's how you know it's still on the package and not on your lash. I will hold the lash like this, and I will take some scissors and I'm going to cut them in half. And then I'll just have like those lashes that are like half or the outer third of your eye. And I'm going to cut it right down the middle. So now I have two lashes. I'm going to be able to get two wears out of these lashes. Now, not only will these lashes fit my eye better, it will also be easier to put on, and because it'll only be on like the outer third of my eye, it's going to give my eyes a lifting effect. And I'm at the age where I need as much lifting as possible. I'm going to take some tweezers and I'm going to pick up the lash like this. Now, this part was the inside of the lash. This is where we cut. But we are not going to put that on the inside of our eye. We're going to put it on the outside of our eye again so that the lashes go small to big and give that lifting effect. Going to get eyelash glue like this. I like this kind because it's just easier to work with and you're not going to spill it everywhere and dump it all over your lash. You're just going to wipe it on the edges. And I always put just the tiniest bit extra on the ends so we don't get any lifting. It's going to be hard to show on this side, but I'm going to look down into my mirror like this, right? And then I'm going to set the lash right where I want it. Right on top of my natural lash. There, and I don't really need to move it around too much because I mean it's just half a lash, so you can place it super easily. I'm gonna do the other side. There we go. So easy. So if you're just learning how to do lashes, or you're just so frustrated with lashes that you don't wear them, this is a nice little hack. I use it a lot. Almost every time I wear lashes. Almost. There are days where I'll take the time and I will do the whole annoying thing. It just depends on the style of lash that I'm wearing. But these lashes are my favorite, so I wear them most of the time. Now we are going to get back to the rest of our face. We are going to put on some blush. Just using kind of a sparkly bright pink brush. Blush. Sparkly bright pink blush. And I'm gonna smile so I know where to put it. And kind of blend it into the contour there. Go. We're going to move on to lips. I am going to do a bright pink lip. Not this bright, but pink. First, I am going to line my lip with the closest lip liner that I have to the lipstick I'm going to use. We don't always have the perfect match. It doesn't matter, because you're going to kind of blend it all together anyway. I'm going to make like a custom color. So that'll be nice. Gonna line these lips. And then I will press my lips together. And you'll get a little bit onto the bottom of onto your bottom lip. And that'll just kind of act as like a guide on where to place the lip liner on your bottom lip. And now I'm going to color in my whole lip with the liner. It will help with bleeding and just kind of make it look like all one color. Now this is a pretty cute color too. You could just stop right there. Maybe put some gloss on top or something. But I am going to put on this bright pink color from Wet n Wild right on top. Then I am going to take a lip gloss, a very sparkly, shiny, holographic almost. And I'm going to put some right in the center of my lip. Just to give it a little highlight. Hopefully it makes my bottom look a little bigger, a little poutier. And so yeah, that is that. That is basically my on-camera look, except when I mix up the colors depending on what I'm wearing. I'll also usually set it with a finishing spray that I forgot. I don't want to get up and go get it. I personally don't highlight because I like to look matte. I have oily skin. That's enough of a highlight. I will skip the highlight. So then I'm all done and I'm ready to film. So yeah, it is a lot of makeup. It is a lot. But when you are going to be on camera, whether it's film or still, the cameras don't really pick up the makeup that well. So don't worry about putting too much on. I mean, obviously, I guess there is a line, but for the most part, if you blend well, you should be okay. So between good makeup, good lighting, and a halfway decent camera, the camera on your phone is probably pretty good these days. You can make your pictures look beautiful without a filter. Thank you again for joining me today. If you liked this look, if this video was helpful for you, make sure and give it a like so that I know. It helps me decide what kind of videos to make. Make sure and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that you'll know when I upload new videos, because you don't want to miss it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.